Hey, what's going on, everybody? Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, Brother Chauncey? How you doing? Peace and power elevation be to all of you. This your girl Tiffany coming through here live in effect, and I'm back again. So tonight's topic will be about the Million Women March. So there was the Million Man March that took place back in 1995 that was orchestrated by Minister Louis Farrakhan, right, in the Nation of Islam. So they took the march on Washington, D.C. 2 years later, you had the Million Women March that was organized in Philadelphia in 1997. Not everybody knew about that except for those who were attendees because it has been forgotten out the history. So it has not been brought up into history, not even in classrooms. So a lot of people may not know about the Million Women March. But it was a large gathering. Let's just say that. It was a large gathering. It was a lot of people. I didn't go. I wish I would have went, but I didn't go. So yeah. But I've been knowing about this for quite some time, for probably a few years now. However, they had the Million Women March, then they had the Million Youth March, which took place in Harlem, New York, and that was orchestrated by Dr. Khalid Muhammad, the late Khalid Muhammad. And so all these events taking place, organizations that had contributed to a lot of this. Again, they were all large gatherings, and the main purpose was dealing with the primary issue in the African American community and other minority community, and not only focusing on the issues in the Black community, but being able to show some form of solidarity amongst Black people. That was the common goal for all these organizations: bring solidarity amongst Black people, and also to address the issues with African Americans. So it was pretty much about networking, and that's what it was. It was a lot of networking. So I want to go ahead and I want to share some information. Okay, so right here, I'm on Wiki One. And here's the information about the Million Women March. So the Million Woman March was a protest march organized on October 25th, 1997, involving approximately 500,000 people, Benjamin Franklin Parkway in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. A major theme of the march was family unity and what it means to be an African American woman in America. The women of the march called for the following things: repentance for the pain of Black women caused by one another, and the restoration and restoration of African American family and community bonds. So it was founded and formulated by Philae Chesnu. Philae Chesnu. So Philae Chesnu is the founder, and she was a person that organized the event. Okay, she's a grassroots activist, human rights advocate, Black nationalist / freedom fighter, and owner of an African craft shop. She was not associated with any Black organization. All right. So as a matter of fact, let me pull her image up real fast. Let me So this is the picture of the organizer and the founder. All right. I know you can barely see that picture, but that's the sister right over here. She's the organizer of the Million Woman March. So going back to the source. So after several months of underground organizing, Chazanus asked Asia Connie to join her, making her the third national co-chair. The march was envisioned and intended to help bring social and economic development and power throughout the Black communities of the United States, as well as to bring hope, empowerment, unity, and sisterhood to women, men, and children of African descent globally, regardless of nationality, religion, or economic status. And as you can see right here, this is the picture of Sister Soldier. That's Sister Soldier. All right, so it says, a major theme of the march was family unity and what it means to be an African American woman in America. The women of the march called for three things: repentance for the pain of Black women caused by one another, and restoration of African American family community bond. The march include scheduled hours of prayer and speeches. The day was filled with prayer, music, and inspirational speeches. These events were meant to promote positive change. The march started from the Liberty Bell and ended at the steps of Philadelphia Art Museum. Speakers at the events included Winnie Mandela, the ex-wife of Nelson Mandela, Congresswoman Maxine Waters, Sister Soldier Jada Pinkett Smith, Atala and Elisha Shabazz, the daughters of Malcolm X, and Dr. Dorothy Height. A message was read from Asada Shakur from her exile home of Cuba. The march has been considered a social phenomenon due to its unconventional and unique way of organizing. It has influenced several mass gatherings by demonstrating a grassroots approach that had not been employed before. These women were able to use different methods of spreading information via media coordinators like BWNJ, Delegate Stacey Chambers, Alpha Kappa Alpha, and by word of mouth, flyers, Black Run Media, the internet, and a network of women's organizations. The Million Woman March was the launching pad for the development of the first global movement for women and girls of African descent throughout the diaspora. So they had a large gathering, and they was able to bring that many women together for a movement that represents the concept of unity. So estimates of attendance for the march varied widely. The Philadelphia police gave no official estimates, but were preparing for up to 600,000 people. However, a study provided by the University of Pennsylvania, in addition to raw footage, photos, and other research data and information obtained from news and other sources, indicated that the gathering drew at least 500,000 people. The police sources gave numbers varying from 300,000 to 1 million. The attendees came even despite cold temperatures and light rain. Organizers estimated an attendance of 2.1 million. Phile Chezanisu suggests that there were more than 2.5 million people. The rally brought together women from across the country, some wearing jeans and sweatshirts, others in festival African garb. There were signs throughout the march saying, "I am one in a million," and Black women, no more AIDS, abuse, and addiction. Supporters also bought buttons, t-shirt, hats, and flags with march logos. And the mission of the Million Woman March was for African American women to be self-determined. The march was also intended to draw attention to statistics that marginalize African American women. Research has shown that 94 of 1,000 African American teenage girls are victims of violent crime. African American women are 18 times more likely to get AIDS than white women. In 1996, African American men earned $30 more than African American women per week. while African American women were paid $40 less than white women per week. From these statistics, African American women and supporters wanted to take a stand, and part of the protest was because of inequalities like these. The Million Woman March has continued its mission under the direction of the founder and national offices. Since the march, over 50 conferences, over 100 forums, online radio broadcasts for 12 years, and many social justice protests for women and African American females have taken place. So it can be found down here at the very bottom. All right, then you got the external links. So that's the information about the Million Women March. Now, some of y'all might be asking, well, how did that change the current condition of African Americans? Well, it may not have done a whole lot. It may not have done a whole lot as far as collectively speaking, but for certain individuals, it may have helped them to be able to look within themselves and change about their character, their behaviors, and things of that nature. So again, it may not have done so much of a work to where these women as a whole can change their community, because they can't. They can only do so much. Now, there's a lot of sisters that has put a lot more work into the community than there's a lot of brothers, and I have to be very blatant honest about that. And I'm not saying this because I'm a female. I'm saying this because I've seen it for myself. Okay? So, but it's going to take more than just the women to do the work in the community. It's going to take everybody. It's going to take a lot. It has to take the effort of the community itself to get the things that needs to be done and taken care of, the changes that need to take place. It's going to take the collective. So, let me show you some highlights of pictures of it for those who may not know about the Million Woman March. Okay. So as you can see, this is Philadelphia Tribune. And this was written by Bobby Booker on October the 2nd, 2015. All right. So as you can see right here in this picture, it says Black is beautiful. And look at all these sisters, man. Again, that's the founder. Asia Connie. That's Maxine Waters. All right. And as you see, it says, your rise is our rise. The Black man is wide awake. Okay. All right. So it's amazing that our sisters, regardless of what we've been through and what we had to endure, we still have faith in our own community. We still have faith in our own people. Even when we want to give up those faith, it's still there. We still held on, and to this day, we still holding on to a lot of things. So some of us, it's it's very hilarious when people tell us, well, why don't you let things go? Why don't you let these Black men go? Why don't you just move forward, etc.? That's easy to say, and it's easy to do, but it's better to stay where you at and try to fix the problem. Why you want to keep running away from your problem when you can try to fix the problem? because a lot of sisters have a lot of faith in their own community. A lot of women do not want to give up. Everybody don't want to give up on their own people. Now, to those who may choose to give up, who think, well, Black people just don't want to get along, etc. Okay, and that's true, but that's not always the case. That's not always the case. It's true, but it's not always the case. It's not. But yeah, that's either here or there. Now, if you guys want to check out the video, I'm going to show you where you can go and check it out. Okay, I'm not going to play the video, but I'm going to show you the clip. All right, so you can go here on C-SPAN. All right, C-SPAN been around for a long time. So go on cspan.org and check out the video where it says Million Woman March. Just type it in and you'll see the video. All right. So with that being said, that's all that I have for tonight. And I hope everybody have a wonderful evening. I hope everyone is safe. So until next time, may peace and power and elevation be to all of you. This your girl, Tiffany. And I'm going to go ahead and log off. And I will connect with you guys later. Tomorrow, Tuesday. Right? So I will connect with you all on Tuesday. And I will be giving you guys a topic. So thank you for watching. All right.